I think by the time we got to the draft, we had it narrowed down to Vaughn, Black, and Wisdom Hilton, and felt that there wasn't a huge difference amongst them. They each have different skills, and we would let it play out in the draft. We had attempted to try to move up a little bit. Selecting Shante Black was a very good pick for us. And it's somebody that we thought back in September probably would be in the top 5 in the draft. And as the season played out and more of the teams at the top needed perimeter players, it forced post players down in the draft, which was great for us and for several other teams. And we've all talked about needing length. We've got a legitimately 6'5" player with long arms, and she can play at both ends of the court. I think she's got work to do. She knows that there's things she needs to work on. She's been doing it in practice, but she hasn't quite gotten comfortable in doing some of her offensive things in a game. I think she'll fit into the up and down style we want to play. And, she, I think, will be able to help us right away at the defensive end because she's a great rotation defender. She can block shots. But, like most young rookies coming in, she's got some work ahead of her. She's a kid that I've seen play a lot. We've seen a lot of ACC games, and, I've had a chance to go down and watch them practice a couple times this year. I just think she's still got a huge upside. I think, she reminds me a little bit of Sandrine in that same body type, long and lean and athletic, who's, just kind of growing into her body and getting stronger right now. Most young post players like that don't get their final body strength till they're about 24, 25 years old. So we think maybe her best basketball is still way ahead of her. And you're talking about a kid that was, a first-team All-American this year, or a Kodak All-American, or whatever it was, when they picked the 10-man squad. So, she's among the elite players in college basketball, and, we were fortunate that she was there. I think her offensive repertoire will get better. That's been, she's had one or two moves that she's been comfortable with, and I think she's trying to expand that. She's obviously played in a lot of big games. I like taking players from winning programs, and I think that, that factors into how kids develop. We're not trying to play a bang-it-out, post-up game. We're not going to throw the ball to her, on the low block 15 times a game. We need her right away to come in and be a good rebounder for us. I think that's one of the things that she improved most about in the last 2 years is her rebounding. She's become a much more aggressive rebounder. I saw her get rebounds at the rim, which we don't have very many people that can do that. I think she actually got called for a goaltend last year. I don't think anybody in our team's ever had a goaltending call in their life, so just the fact that she can get to that elevation helps us. Other than a Courtney Paris, a body like that where you throw it to the block, 25 times a game, the game has changed where you're having much more or many more mobile athletic centers than you do power post-up players. There are very few of those left in the game. As far as the second round, Lindra Littles, we did not expect to be there. That was a surprise and a great plus for us. We had actually intended maybe to take a foreign player in that round and not worry about having a U.S. player come into camp. But when she was there on the board, we just felt that we had a player that we couldn't pass up. She's a three-point shooter, comparable in size to players like Kerry Gardner on our team, long athletic wings who you can move around and play at different positions. So she'll come in with an opportunity to compete for a spot. It's going to be hard for anybody coming in to make our team. But the veterans also know they're in the same position. We have a lot of young veterans. They're going to have to fight to keep their spots. As far as our third-round pick, Alba Torrens, got a chance to coach against her in the Olympics. Saw her when she was younger. She's going to turn 20 this year. She's on the Spanish national team. Starts at small forward for them at 6'4". She's long and athletic. We didn't plan on having her here this year. She's committed like our other players for June, and I think it would probably be a year before she comes over. depending how Spain's team does this summer. So we have, a situation where, it's kind of like what we did when we drafted, Aaron Phillips the one year, knowing that, we're a year away from that player probably coming. She's a really, really good shooter. And, we know that was an inconsistent part of our team at the end of last year. She's maybe a couple-inch shorter version of Katie Douglas. Similar style of player, left-handed, knows how to come off screens, makes threes. Very, very smart in how to play offensively. Her defense has been improving. I think that was the biggest thing she had to learn as she got a little bit older. Now playing in the Russian League, where she has to play against, Ekaterinburg and Spartak, who have some of the best players in our league. You got Diana and Sue, and you got, Cappy and Diana Nolan and all those players. She's had to play against those players the last 2 winters. I think it's probably really improved her defensively, because that's probably where she was behind. She was the European Player of the Year a year ago. So, she's the real deal. I mean, it'll take her some time to fit in, and, who knows how we'll be playing at that time, too. So people just have to kind of fit their way in. But she's an upgrade as far as the kind of shooter we've had. The good thing for these kids coming in is they don't need to be stars for our team right away. We have veterans. We grew up a lot last year, but we do need somebody to be able to come in and play some minutes, and maybe there will be a little bit more premium on the minutes, in the first month while Sandrine Groot is not here. So we'll see how it plays out.